North. It looks like we are. Okay. How are you guys doing today? Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Tipping every delivery driver, the PlayStation 5. I have to watch that later. I don't know how I missed that. Let me quickly just press it and then we'll worry about that another time. Okay. So let me go to the live to see if anybody's in here. 2 likes, so there has to be people in here. How you doing, everybody? We got 18 people in here. That's great to see. Great to see, great to hear, great to read. AMC is not performing so great, I would say. My nose is like stuffed. Okay, customize. Tired, just a little tired. Time to short Hood. Where is Hood at? I had it. Oh wow, it's down 9%. Down to $45 from 52 yesterday, down to 45. Did hit 42. Sorry, did I say 42? 52 yesterday, down to 42 of a low. Currently at 45.50. So yeah, it's down about 9%. It looks like Zomedica is down a little bit, down about 1.6% as well. But I have my fan going on in the background. Give me a second. It's like white noise for me. That's why I always keep it on. Even though like it's pretty cold down here most times, I keep the fan on. It helps me think a little bit better. We got 20 people in here, 15 likes. Thank you for everybody that hit the like button. 20 people in here, 16 likes now. This is amazing. The like to view ratio is phenomenal. So keep it up, guys. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. When AMC surpasses Hood, it will be an iconic moment in history. I don't know if it'll be an iconic moment. Good morning, you. And good afternoon to me. Well, good afternoon to you, and good morning to me. What's up, Matt? Nothing much. Just I was checking some cryptocurrency earlier this morning, and my crypto is sort of down. I was trying to see what has been making a move downward, and it hasn't been farm from what I've seen. It's been some other things. 23 watching and 23 likes. I see that there's 29 watching and 23 likes. Yeah, I mean, either way, the likes to dislike ratio, or like to view ratio, is phenomenal. So definitely keep it up, guys. It's like the third or fourth yawn in the last 3 minutes. I've been ridiculously tired lately. I'm the 24th like. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Yeah, AMC currently at $2. Down 2.3%. Let's look at GME as well. I know GME didn't have the best performing day yesterday, and I don't believe AMC did either. But seeing it down 1.64%, but GME was down about 4%, and now it's currently down about another 1%. We're not seeing a ton of volume go through. It's already 7 o'clock. And we're only seeing around 80,000 in volume for Webull alone. So if you're looking at everything altogether, it's probably, 160, 200K. Liking your channel, long time lurker, first time commenting. And well, thank you for choosing to comment and say something and watch. I mean, I appreciate it. Anybody that's here, all of you guys that are watching, you're the reason why I continue to create this content. I understand it's not as big as it used to be, but I do appreciate everybody that comes through and asks questions, and it's pretty much better. The only thing I don't like is I like to give my members something that they don't get as just a subscriber, and obviously that's the live chat and all of that stuff. So we need to figure out a different method, whether it's just during open, that will be the only time that members can watch and comment and all that other stuff, and it should be more personal, I believe. But that's like in the future. I know we have to work through some scheduling things with a lot of my other channels because I'm creating a lot of things nowadays, and it's not taking me long to create them. I would say the longest thing that it takes me to create is the live streams. The live streams take 2 hours. All of my other videos, I can record those in probably 8 minutes and get it uploaded in the next 2. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I think the live streams take me a while to actually go through, but I love doing them because I get to communicate with you guys directly. It's freaking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Like, I don't understand it. YouTube is straight garbage. Like, I really don't understand because I'm looking at Twitch. Yeah, Twitch seems to be working better. There's no issue with Twitch at all. YouTube just has an issue with bringing in a streaming service, I guess. Freaking sucks. I typed in a nice comment and everything and went your calm voice of reasonable market knowledge and helps me learn more about investing, and plus random chats about the MCU. What If? I actually didn't watch What If yesterday, and I was a little upset with myself because I was going to, but I didn't. And I'm gonna watch it today. So nobody talk about What If. I mean, I seen a couple of things. People on TikTok don't let up because I just scroll through TikTok. When I'm sitting there, maybe on the couch or something, just relaxing for like maybe 10 minutes. I don't really relax often. I just work and work and work, and it's fun to do that stuff. Whether it's looking at investments or news or whatever. I feel like everything that you could do, can be monetized in a way. And it's all great. I feel like I have to work like extra hard because I don't have the algorithm on my side. So I have to work like extra hard in order to, I'm back but blurry in YouTube, man. I think you have to just adjust the settings because right now, like mine will come up as 144p, but you can change the quality to 180p. So all I know is if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, because it seems Twitch is working a lot better. We have 53 people in here. If you guys can follow me on Twitch, that will be amazing. I don't know why I just switched that. But let me see. AMC hit 40. Oh, hit 40 by Friday, hopefully. Okay. I thought you were talking about hit 40 now. I was going to say, I don't see that. That would be a $5 increase from where it was at. Matt's still waking up, I guess. Spoiler free. He brought the feels. All right. Good to know. I thought it was Planet Fitness internet connection. Good morning. I had to search you this morning. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't have the algorithm on my side. So I don't even have YouTube notifications on my side. I don't know what the hell they're doing because, 100 and what do I have? 126,000 subscribers, and none of my notifications go out to these subscribers. You know what I mean? I understand that a lot of people don't have notifications on, but when I look through it, it's like 20 plus thousand that have notifications on. I actually love checking my analytics. Like I love going through different things. Estimated revenue is definitely down because views are down. In the last 28 days, I only had or gained 265 subscribers, but had 25,000 hours of watch time. That's amazing. Engagement, there's a lot of engagement going on. Top videos, top playlists. Are people watching my must have the last 28 days? 41% of my watch time came from must have credit card videos. Huh. I might have to put up some of those again. Oh God. Last 28 days. Let's see. Yeah, I love looking at analytics. I look at analytics all the time. And listen to you in February and sold at a loss this time, and we'll listen in diamond hand with you to the end. I like to hear that. The only thing is I'm not giving out any type of advice. I'm telling you what I'm doing and what I feel the position will do, and also about basically not accepting like a full like all the profit. Accepting just a little bit, understanding that if you do take the initial investment off the table, once you get to a comfortable distance, once it squeezes, or we even see FOMO buying and you get to a comfortable level, you can take your initial investment off the table, and then everything that you have invested in there, it's all gravy. Yes, you can get upset with the fact that, I could have had this much, I could have gained, millions of dollars instead of I could have gained $1 million instead of $600,000. It's like, okay, you could have, but guess what? It doesn't always work that way. A lot of times things play out that way because of the things that you did. So if you would have never, maybe sold your initial investment, and, it would have probably ended up tanking instead of increasing, because things happen differently because you do what you do. If you sell, let's say you take out your initial investment and it's like you take out 100 shares, right? Those 100 shares, someone else could see it and say, you know what? I'm going to take out my 100 shares. So then they do that. It ends up decreasing a little bit, which then prompts other people maybe to buy a lot more because the price is lower. So that price goes up a lot. And then you're looking at it and going, well, I thought it was coming back. It didn't come back. But then again, if you stayed in there, nobody ended up selling. So then what ended up happening is it went up a little bit and then ended up tanking back down because a bunch of people started to sell more shares instead of your 100 shares. So it's things happen for a reason. So don't just think that, oh, I got out of a position and I made the wrong decision. There's some cases to where you could make the wrong decision. You sell for a loss instead of taking a gain or something like that. But in these cases, I mean, you really can't predict exactly what's going to happen. So it's always great to be able to take a initial investment and say, "What's up, Chef Hood? How you doing? Thank you for the super chat." It's always great to take an initial investment and say, where am I going to go next? You know what I mean? So you have the initial investment here. Everything else is gravy. You're sitting on that. You don't have to worry about that at all. And you shouldn't have any worry because all your money that you put in the beginning is off the table, and you can put it into other plays if you wanted to. or you can just put it back in your bank account or whatever you wanted to do. So that's what I always recommend is anytime you see like a larger investment, I know that I always have a plan to do that, those type of things. So like when I look at my crypto portfolio and I see Harvest Coin, right? Or I see Compound, right? Compound, my initial investment is around $600. So if I could find a way to pull that out and get $600 out of it, everything else that's sitting on top of it is gravy. However, with Compound, my play for them is to get up to about $900, then watch it pull back after I pull out of my position, and then put that $900 back in at the previous levels that I put it in at, so that I can buy, maybe one or two more coins. That's my overall plan. But that's what I'm saying is there's ways to go about investing, and I love teaching people. I really enjoy your video, Matt. Matt Reacts channel. Much respect for bringing awareness to mental health. Yeah, no problem. I mean, when I seen that, it's tough to take in because I think about that stuff all the time. Like when I'm sitting by myself, this is why I'm always working. If I'm sitting by myself and there's no sound, nothing, and I'm just with myself with my own thoughts, I start thinking about stuff like that. And I'm not saying that, I've never really dealt with mental health, not that I know of, or mental health issues, not that I know of, but I couldn't imagine going through the things, that people go through. And I've seen it firsthand. And that's why I wanted to do that. And it like brought a tear to my eye, multiple tears, hearing that, Lil Wayne went through this, and actually pulled the trigger and, all of that. It's definitely take a second to watch that video if you guys haven't watched it. It's over on my Matt Reacts channel. YouTube don't like people speaking the truth about their overlord business. Yeah, I hear you. Good morning, everyone. I never get a notification, but always within the first 4 listed on my suggested. Okay, that's good that you at least get it suggested to you. I appreciate YouTube for at least doing that. Thank you so much for being here. Miss your 5 a.m. streams. Grateful for all you do, though. YouTube is messing up a lot. Messing up for a lot of you guys. Crazy. Yeah. I mean, I've noticed that my viewership has completely, not completely dissipated. Obviously, we have a lot of people here, but going from 16,000 to 12,000 to about 8,000 to about 4,000 down to where it is now, maxing out I think at like 400 viewers, which I'm okay with. I'm fine with. I just would appreciate if YouTube would at least push it out, AMC gets back above 40. How long you guys think they'll stay up there before the short attacks back down to 25? I don't think they'll push it down to 25. I don't even think it's been down to 25. Has it been down to 25? It's been down to like 28, I think. I'll exchange YouTube like button. Bless you, my child. Thank you. Odd pre-market this morning. Let me go back to. So yeah, AMC is down 3%. Odd pre-market this morning compared to the last few days. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Good morning, bro. Good morning, Tom Roth. I transfer brokerages. Do I get real shares? I don't think anything is getting. If you're buying shares now, I don't think we're getting real shares now. I feel like everything has been traded back and forth, has been loaned to others to trade back and forth and put to different areas. That it's just a complete mess. I feel like every share that's out there has been loaned out at least once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, whatever. Anyone swing PMCB? I got in at $9 and got out at 17. And we have been very friendly to me this week. That's amazing. You're making some good moves. That's absolutely amazing to see the that you're making good moves. I got 5% battery on my watch. How? Must have not been charging. I see the market going back in the green today, as usual. It always bounces back until it can't. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Good morning, Matt. In the woods of Maine, first day with signal all week. Well, glad to see you here. Glad that you do have signal. I get notification still on my desktop while working on the work laptop. So I'm pretty quickly. I'm swamped. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and that's good to know. Yeah. People are clowning around making skits. They promote you. What? People are clowning around making skits. They promote you. I don't know what that means. Getting shorter as we speak, pretty much. It is starting to make its way up. I know it's 7:30. It is starting to make its way up. You see 37,000 shares worth of volume go through. 2,000 shares, 3,000 shares worth of volume go through here. They're attacking, man. Yeah, they don't let up. They don't. But we'll work through it. We will work through it. We'll figure it out. And eventually we will get back on track. I mean, the past couple of days have been pretty great. Seeing stair stepping on the way up. Let's look at a month here. You can see that we were stair stepping on the way up, and now we're starting to hit a certain level. We did pass by this level here, but now we're starting to make its way down. It's not just a level to where you see an increased consolidation, all of this, and you see this increased consolidation, and now it's starting to come back. It's hitting whatever they call as a peak here, getting up to 38.77, right? And then, decreasing down to this level of 35.45. Oh. Red pre-market looking rough. Yeah, it's not looking that great. GME is down 1.76%. A lot of things are actually down. Amazon's down. SPHD is slightly down. You're going to look at, let's go up here. You're going to see Hood that's down about 10%. That's pretty big. ZOM is down 1.6%. As long as it's not down as much as it was up yesterday. It was up and finished around 9% of an increase. And I hope we just see more and more of the volume, but the problem is a lot of things are red this morning. A lot of things are red. That's just how the markets go. I mean, we deal with it that way. Thank you guys for watching on Twitch. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. We got 3 people watching. We're now up to 267 followers. So if you guys want to continue to follow me, if anybody's new to this and does have a Twitch, go over to my Twitch. It should be in the description. I don't know if it is. It should be in the description. And follow my Twitch. Let me see if I can just go to my channel and do that. Follow my Twitch. You guys want to follow me there because it looks like we don't have any issues. Have I ever looked into 23andMe, like as like a customer or as an investor? Do they even have a Just followed you on Twitter. Well, thank you for following me on Twitter. I appreciate that. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch as another streaming platform, I do a lot on there. So I want to stream literally everything that I do as I'm recording it. So if I have like a reaction video I wanted to, stream, especially if it's like something maybe I'm reacting to as, I don't know, let's say I really don't know. Let's say somebody does something and or somebody does something outrageous and I want to react to the overall situation, give as much information as I can. That will be the type of reaction video I would do, like a real in-depth reaction video, but I would stream it first and then I would edit it on in my editor and put it on Twitter or put it on YouTube. So watching on both YouTube and Twitch to help keep the views up. Well, I appreciate that. That means a lot. I just want to make sure we have that backup because you never know what could happen. I enjoy your credit card video as well. Oh, well, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I haven't done a credit card video in a while, and I love credit cards. I haven't talked about them in so long that I feel like I'm in the dark. Which I have my credit cards. I still use them every single month and use them for the right purchases and all of that, but I just don't talk about them as much. Market crashing. Yeah, it looks like a lot of things are falling quite a bit. Ride. That was a position that I wanted to make some huge moves in, which I did. I mean, I made like $700 from, but I could have made. I was looking to make around $2,000, $3,000 from it. But where it's sitting now, that's actually a great price. It's just we have to see where the movement actually is and what the potential of it is, because the potential is showing a lot lower than where it was, and it's showing no strength above those points. You know what I mean? Like you've had this point to where it did reach around $16. I sold, I think, around like 14 something and made some decent money from it, like $700+ right? Then made a little bit more money from it. But it started to really fall, I guess, after the news of them not being able to produce their cars. They don't have enough capital. Lucid Motors stock won't be this cheap for long, so buy it while you can. What do the analysts say? 42% say hold, 28% say that it's underperforming, and it's a strong buy, apparently. 14% say it's a strong buy. But 14% also say it's a sell. So obviously, based on 7 analysts, that it's a high hold target. You missed the dip on farm. I haven't even. The only thing I don't like about cryptocurrency, and I mean I love it, but I hate it at the same time, is that cryptocurrency will hit its lows around like 3 a.m. and 3 a.m. I was going to say 3 a.m. in the morning, but that's like just a weird way to say that because I'm saying in the morning, basically. But it will hit its target. It will hit its level at 3 a.m. and I won't be awake at that point. Or it'll hit its target at 1 a.m. and I won't be awake. And it kind of pisses me off because then I'll miss like its low or its high point, and I'm like, okay, like I don't know what to do from then. That's the only thing that I don't like about cryptocurrency. I love that it's 24/7 because I can always look at it, and on the weekends I can always pay attention to it. I have something to talk about on the weekends with a lot of people and where things are going. I have something to look at when it comes to on my phone. A lot of times I'm looking at my investments to see where they're going, but during the night, like it will hit its high or its low point at like 1 or 2 a.m. and I'm like, I just missed it. Yeah, it's got weird times. I unfortunately have the luxury of not having a solid sleep schedule. You fortunately, yeah. I funnel every single penny I spend through my cashback credit cards, depending on the percentage I'm getting back. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's a way of saving money. If you can literally funnel everything through your cards, what you can do is a lot of times you can get, $1, $2, $3,000, depending how much money you spend per year that you're getting back in, cash back. And if you wanted to put it in somewhere else, you can put that $3,000 into an investment account, and that $3,000 can grow pretty quickly. You can basically just fund your retirement off of your credit cards, which doesn't really make sense to a lot of people. But then once you break it down, it does make sense. This is why I like the Fidelity credit card, which will offer you 2%. But there's other credit cards that can give you more when it comes to just rewards in general, and how their points are valued. Yeah, it's because of the different time periods all over the world. There's London session, New York sessions, Asia sessions, etc. If Doge touches 25, I'm loading back up. Yeah, I hear you. Where is it at now? I haven't even seen where it is. Where's Dogecoin? It's at 30. Yeah, I haven't loaded back up. I still have $3,000 that I'm looking to spend on crypto. I should probably put it in now. I did Clover Finance. I think I'm done with the amount that I'm buying. I'm going to keep 1,000 coins, and that's it. I was waiting for Internet Computer to come back a little bit, but that did increase about 12%, just in the last 24 hours. What did fall? Something fell because I was sitting around or close to $19,000. It looks like Internet Computer is not as high as it was. Harvest Finance is not as high as it was. That's probably the issue. Because I'm sitting around $4,000, but I did invest another $1,000 into it, I believe, because I bought in at 250. I bought 4 more coins of farm coin. I would like to hold at least 20, if not 25 or 50, farm coins in total. If that gets down to 100 or 150 again, I need to find a way to load up, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You get 2% back on Synchrony Bank if you don't spend more than you would. Yes, this is the problem, is that a lot of people will end up spending a lot more on credit cards. What platforms do you use for crypto? So this crypto platform is actually Coinbase Pro. The fees are less. It's much more user friendly in the Coinbase app, the regular Coinbase app. Like, you can see your portfolio, you can see how everything's moving. If you go here, it's just easier to navigate through. But you can see that here I took all of it out of Coinbase and put it into Coinbase Pro, because I like to be able to move in and out of things very quickly. With here, you can sell it, but you're also going to pay a pretty hefty fee for doing that. Coinbase charts suck. It seems like all the platforms charts suck besides actual I don't know, brokerage accounts. I feel as though I've heard that Fidelity was going to do something, and I don't even like Fidelity's charts that much. ActuTrader Pro, yes, but that's why a lot of people like to look at Webull and look at crypto in Webull, because the way that you see it looks a lot better. You can go into here and let's look at Dogecoin, and it looks a lot better. You can break this down. The only thing you really don't get is like the supply and the information behind it. If you did get like the supply and all that stuff and how popular it is, that would be amazing to be able to get. But you're not getting all of that information, which does suck. So I have to go to Coinbase for how popular it is and what the typical hold time is, all of that stuff. Because I like Webull's charts, but they don't give you enough information, if that makes sense. So I use a bunch of different platforms. I don't only have Coinbase. I also have Gate.io, which I did move my SafeMoon over to Gate.io. I have Picoin over there. I also have KuCoin, and I have another platform that I can't remember what it is. But those are all exchanges. I don't have to worry about, remembering the passphrase of a wallet. I still have my Trust wallet, which I have to remember a passphrase for, and also my Coinbase wallet, but I don't have anything, stored in those wallets. Hey, man, not getting your notifications anymore. Well, that sucks. Yeah, it does suck. It seems like nobody's getting my notifications. It's okay. I mean, there's 20k people that are signed up for notifications, and like you have the bare minimum that's getting notifications, and it's okay. I've heard of people having issues with that. As long as you know that I do stream, at 7 o'clock. Sometimes I may be a little late, but yeah. Let's see. Let's go back to here. Good morning, Matt and family. Long time no see. Hope everything is safe and well. Yeah, everything is pretty good. I can't complain. Some crypto isn't on Webull or Coinbase yet, though. That's the issue. Yeah, there's a huge issue there where you have a lot of crypto that's not on Webull, and on Coinbase. You're right. That's why I have Gate.io, so that I can buy some of these other ones. I was looking at some other ones that were low priced and have some potential, and I wanted to make some moves into there. I like ones that do have potential, maybe only have like 1,000,000 coins, or maybe have 1,000,000,000 coins and are sitting at 0.000 cents, right, or 0.01 cents or whatever. I would like to get into some of those, because I did get into Picoin, and Picoin has risen to about 1 cent, I believe, because I'm sitting at $280. I invested about $200, so I gained about $80. Will AMC run with Insta? It might get a sell low. I don't know what you're asking here. Will AMC run with INST in it? It might sell low. I'm sorry. I'm lost. I'm lost with that. My notifications came through this morning. That's awesome. Thank you for letting me know that you got notifications. Guys, we have 174 people. Hit the like button if you can. It seems YouTube is blackballing you. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but it's okay. You guys are here. I appreciate you guys being here. You mean a lot. Whether you show up for 5 seconds or you show up for 2 hours, I appreciate you. I appreciate the people that show up for 2 hours a little bit more. I don't want to say that I don't appreciate the fact that you're showing up for 2 hours. That's just a whole nother level of appreciation. I'm just showing that I do appreciate everyone that shows up, whether it's at different levels. That's there's no candlesticks in Coinbase Pro. No, there's wait, actually, I think there is. That's not what I'm going at. I think there is. Let me go to where you go to trade. You can actually see a lot of information here. So it shows you a lot of information based on the trading. So it looks more like a platform you're used to. It just doesn't give you enough information, about the trade or the investment. I want to see all of the data. I want them to break down not only what was the last traded price, or what percentage it's up or whatever. I want to see the typical hold time. I want to see the popularity. I want to see, we see the 24-hour volume, but I want to see a lot of data that goes into this. I want to see the circulating supply, the max supply. I want to see all of that stuff. Why do we not see that all on one platform? I have to go to coin market cap in order to look at some of these things. Look at circulating supply, to look at max supply, look at total supply, to look at the market cap, all of that. I want to see that. So why limit us on information on an app that you call Pro? It's a Pro version of your app, but you're not showing us all of the basic information that you show us on the basic site. How does that make sense? I want to see all of the information. Please show me all the information, and that's it. If I go into Ethereum, I want to see everything that has to do with Ethereum, but I'm not seeing that. So it's whatever. We'll deal with it. Let's see the updates on Ortex to see if there's any changes here. So it doesn't really look like there's too many changes. We're still sitting in the same place. Shares on loan, utilization, 92 million shorted shares. That's where we're sitting. Top of the morning, Matt. What's cracking? I hope all is well with you and the family. I own 100 shares of ZOM, praying that it'll take off one day, and still holding AMC. That's good to know. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for watching, by the way, and thank you for also continuing to be a member as well. Yeah, I'm definitely looking for ZOM to make some moves. I have 7,000 shares, so we're sitting on that. Just announced, you're saying PMCB just announced $70 direct offering. A lot of folks buying this this morning, left holding bags. I hear you. Institutions, maybe. Meaning institutions. Will AMC run with institutions in it? They might sell low. I think they will. Institutions typically hold longer than people do. I understand that the only thing, they typically hold longer than people do, but when it comes to them getting profits and understanding what the full capabilities of it is, they probably know more than we do where it's going to go, because they have their little black box. They have their information to see literally when it's going to make a turn or take a turn for the worse. So I would imagine they are going to set where the peak point is. It's just dependent on when they're going to do that. So it will run. Don't get me wrong, it will run because we're holding 80%. They'll understand when we start to sell because they see all this data that we don't see. So yes, it will run. But like I said, they will define where the peak point is, because if they own 28%, they're going to find maybe it gets to $5,000 and or $10,000 or whatever, and they say, you know what, I think this is going to turn the wrong way, and they see all the data. They end up selling 100,000 shares. That prompts other institutions to sell more shares. Then you see retail traders see that downward movement, and they start to sell, and that's where you're going to start to see a lot of pressure downhill. So it depends. I would say that they probably end up shortchanging us on the full capability of the position, getting up to 100K or whatever. It definitely is possible to get up to that level, but only if institutions and whales decide that the peak point is a lot higher. So it's all dependent on them, because for someone like me, I'm holding 900 shares. That's a decent amount. It's not a crazy amount, it's a decent amount. But then someone holding 100,000 shares or 20,000 shares is definitely going to define where it is. So thank you for people that can cleared that up, that it was institutions. For a long time, my dog was sitting with me while we watched and listened to you in the morning. She passed away recently. It's not the same, but I'm working through it. I'm sorry that you have to go through that. I couldn't imagine going through something like that. I mean, the closest thing I had to going through something like that, I had a cat named P Kitty, and I didn't have him for long, but I swear he was the best cat I've ever had. I loved him a lot. And it's tough. It's very tough, especially if you guys had this bond of, watching me, and your dog would sit there. That's tough. Hopefully you work through that, and you get through it. That made me sad a little bit. I get notified all the time when you post. Thank God, you much needed knowledge. Well, thank you for being here. Holy crap, I got sad about that. 5 seconds. 5 seconds is how long I was agreeing on GME. Well, Carl, come on. Did you know I was sad? Is that what you did? Yeah. All right. That's enough. You're getting fur everywhere. Bo, do you think Farmer will get back down to 100? It was like a month ago. If you're talking about farm coin, I don't know. You said farmer, so farm coin. Do I think it will get back down to 100? I don't know. This is where you start to look at things. I would say no, just because crypto is running, but you can definitely expect the unexpected. I'll tell you that. Farm coin is a little bit tricky of a play. Carl, I swear, you don't stop knocking over things, I'm gonna knock you over. Farm coin. When we looked at this a while back, right? Let's look at a month. So a month ago, right? You can see in August that we were down to 196, even lower, down to 151, and even lower in July, down to 100. The problem is that we're starting to see this actually got added to Coinbase, and when it got added to Coinbase, that's where you've seen that it did not look back. It did not get back down to that 100 mark. 150, yes, and I'm upset that I didn't buy more at 150. I was thinking that I was going to go back down to 100. I think the lowest that we'll see this get back to is probably that 150 mark. So do I think that it's going to get back to 100? No. I wish it did. I'm not just saying this because, I'm in it with 17 coins. I want this to get back to 100. But on a very brief moment, I would say that if it pulls back too hard, then people start to realize that, the typical hold time is too low and that it will stay that low. And I don't want it to hold at those lower levels. Carl, you're hitting everything. I know. You want attention. I'll give you some attention a little bit later. But yeah, I mean, I'm still sitting on it and wanting to hold at least 20, and at max, well, not at max, I guess, 20 to 50. Why does farm circulating supply keep increasing? So the max supply that they do have, so they can keep offering or keep pushing out supply. But if you look at the max supply is around 700,000. So that's why you may be seeing things increase, but the total supply that they have, or the max supply, is 690,000. So it can still increase to a level of like 80 more thousand. But after that, that's the max supply that's going to be out there. And then you'll start to see a lot of movement, and there's no more dilution that goes on in farm. For other coins that we did look at as potential to get to 100K, those end up having a lot more dilution than farm does. Carl, I do not understand. Yes, I like you. Thoughts on crypto for the day? I really don't have thoughts on crypto. It looks like, let me see. It looks like some things are down, some things are up. Crypto in general, I mean, I think we might see more of a positive day in the market in general. Let's look at where we are when it comes to coin market cap. We'll be able to see the overall. Right now, today, or over the last day, we're seeing about 0.1% decrease, down to $1.89 trillion. So ultimately, I don't really like to focus on the overall market. Obviously, when the overall market is down, then you're going to see things that are down. What's crazy is Bitcoin is down in the last 24 hours, 1.47%, but then you have a lot of things that are up. Cardano, that's up about 4.5%. You can have Dogecoin that's up about 2.3%. A lot of things that, can be up, but then you do have some things that are pretty down. Like internet computers up 13%, 13.5%. Looking for that to skyrocket, make some huge moves, because I own about 50, and I would love to see that up to the levels that it once was. I want to see that get to not just like what numbers am I looking for? Not just like $750 like it was at its peak. I mean, get to like $300 or so. That will be amazing. I think that'll get me to like $15,000. Is that accurate? Yeah, like $15,000. Because if this got to $1,000, then it will make me a decent amount of money. So what I'm looking for at an internet computer is for that to just go to about 15,000, right? Or sorry, not 15,000. It goes to about 300, so that I can actually see that pull back. I don't know why this is not showing the true data here. Every chart looks different on different exchanges, and it may be because they were added at different times. It looks like the circulating supply for internet computer, the max supply that it can have, is 469 million, which does increase, and you're diluting it often. So that's why I want to see it get up to some of these levels before it ends up getting fully diluted. Then I'll end up making a move into other positions as I do pull out of internet computer at maybe like $300 or so, maybe somewhere around the 180 or somewhere around those marks. We'll see once we do look at some more detail there. But right now we're not close to it. Let's see. Matt, thanks, brother. The day after the pass, we ran up 30. That had to mean something. It did. It did. Zom is flatlining, but I hold. Thanks for all your input. No problem. How likely is 5K a share for AMC in your position, in your opinion? I think $5,000 for AMC is definitely likely. The only thing that really pushes it back is the fact, like, if we continue to hold on, if everything works out as planned when it comes to the FOMO buying, it comes to the covering of shorts. If everything works out as planned, it's going to be a lot higher than $5,000. $5,000 is like nothing compared to the amount that we're holding, because you look at something like Amazon. I would imagine you have a lot of people that are holding Amazon, institutions that are holding Amazon, but to the percentage that they're holding is probably somewhere around, let's say, 60%. And then you have just normal, buy, sell, movement that's happening in the day. A lot of people are holding that position for a long period of time. And you don't have much shorting that's going on. With the amount of shorting that's going on in AMC, if you take away all that shorting, you get to Amazon levels plus a lot more. And Amazon's already at $3,000. So if you take away all that shorting and you just factor in the fact that we're holding this position, it brings the value of the company, or we basically say the value of that stock price is way above where Amazon actually is. So obviously that's above $3,000. That's likely I could get to $5,000. Now, when you start factoring in, FOMO buying that's going on, bringing the price up to higher and higher levels while we're holding, instead of just 80%, we're holding 90%. 90% of the stock is actually held by someone, whether it's institutions or retail traders or whatever. you're looking at a crazy high price, plus the fact that they don't have the ability to cover shorts, which means that they have to pay higher and higher prices for this. Unless they get to a point to where they offer more shares, I think we're set up for, this to increase to a massive level. That's just my opinion, and it could all work out differently. Remember, there's a lot of variables, but the thing that we do look at and say, no matter how many variables there are, will it get to a floor? And a floor would be around $1,000 to $2,000, from what I'm understanding. That would be the floor. And if you're looking for a ceiling, the ceiling is really unknown. That's why a lot of people see this as the ceiling of 500K or $1 million or whatever. It's just because the floor or the ceiling is unknown, depending on a lot of these variables and what the institutions are going to do and what the hedge funds end up doing. If they do it a lot earlier, like if they covered right now without any FOMO buying going on, we would be in the middle of the FOMO buying stage plus the covering stage, which would decrease the amount that it would actually go up. You know what I mean? Because if they're FOMO buying, if people are FOMO buying and holding on to the position, that gives them less shares. Right now, they have a good amount of shares that they can cover with. And when you do see that it gets to higher and higher prices, people start to sell, which gives them more shares to be able to cover. So if they did it now, the price would be a lot less. But if they did it when they do it after all the FOMO buying goes on, when it increases to 100, 200, 300, then we see a lot of covering going on. You're going to see this skyrocket. I just read that. It's so hard to stay confident and convicted AMC. Yeah, I know what you mean, because nothing's really happening right now. I think even a bought farm, I'm hyped about it. Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. It looks so good because there's so much popularity. It's new to Coinbase. People are going to, I think a lot of people are going to buy this, and I'm going to hold on to it for quite some time. And I would love to see it at $100. I really would, because I will buy a lot more. This really has the full capability of going to $100,000 with the amount of people that may hold it. And hopefully people don't just see where it is, or like it gets to $10,000 and people don't see it and go, okay, $10,000, I'm sold, I'm getting out of this position. Hopefully they don't see that. Matthew, put a mask on. Put on a crazy mask and you'll increase your viewership. Matthew Perry investing. MMI. What? Yeah, man. I don't know about that. That seems like it's hard to breathe in. Who's Carl? Carl's my cat. Everyone listening at work, I don't know if y'all know this, but AMC is going to 200 today. Yes. Damn right, Devin. Yes. Atom coin? What is that? Maybe I've seen it. I don't think that's the thing. Or maybe it's not showing up. I can't hear you. What's a cheap coin you've got your eye on right now? Current favorite. Cheap coin? I have a couple of cheap coins. So I have my eye on this coin. And I've been in it for a little bit. I have my eye on this coin to make a decent move. Right now it's at 0.009 cents. You can trade it on gate.io. It's Pi coin. It's not the Pi coin that people trade or mine on their phone. This is Palane. And the only reason I have my eye on it is because of, one, the volume. You're seeing a little bit of volume go through. The volume could definitely increase a little bit more. Two, the max supply in something that's so cheap. So the max supply is 2.1 billion. which right now you're seeing at about 1 billion, close to it. And close to 1 billion still gives it that full possibility of getting to higher and higher numbers. So right now I own about 28,000 coins here, which means that when this does get to, just to make it for simple math purposes, not to just put out $1 every time because that's the level that everybody wants to get to. When this does get to $1 of $28,000. Now I only invested $200 into this, and currently I'm sitting at about $280. So it has increased by $80 so far, almost half of my initial investment. And I'm looking at this as a bigger play. Eventually we're going to see this possibly listed on other platforms. It looks like something that moves solidly. It looks like something that does have volume to it, and would have more volume if it was listed on Coinbase or other platforms as well, which will take some time. But all I have is time, right? So this is one position that I've been looking at outside of just investing in Coinbase, which I'm going to look at a lot more on Gate.io, because I can buy some that are, at lower and lower prices, right? Lower than a penny. And that's always good to be able to see those that are just getting started and then eventually get listed, because there's a lot of coins that get listed and are sitting at pennies, and even if it is sitting at pennies, sitting at 20 cents, that's still giving me a decent amount of movement. Also, if I was looking at some other coins here, I have my eyes set on ACH. This is one that I do believe can get to higher numbers here. Now, this is something I have in Coinbase Pro. All of my my volume is in Coinbase Pro. I have about 38 over here, but I can't move $3 worth. Right now it's 67th on Coinbase. The typical hold time is around 7 days. That will continue to increase, and it's sitting around 7 cents. Now in the past month, it has decreased from this high point of 24 cents, which is good. Seeing it decrease from those levels, I don't want to get in at that high point because that's very high where it did increase to. Now it's showing the possibility of it getting to that level, and it was very easy for it to get to that level. Was it at a crazy market cap? No, it was not. If this does end up moving to $1, then what you have is about $3.1 billion in circulation, or $3.1 billion market cap, which is basically nothing. It's below average. I would say average is around 10 billion. So looking at that multiplied by 3, you would have a decent amount on your hands. So if you can get into that at a low price, right now I have about 9,000 coins over in Coinbase Pro, and I'll probably buy a little bit more as I do put some in there. So that's definitely one there. But I have some other ones that I would go into, but I feel like it would take a lot of time. Do you own GME shares? Yes, I own 20 GME shares. Does anyone know the max daily withdrawal limit for Robinhood? I would believe it's like 50,000. I think that's the case, because I believe Weeble is the same way. Morning, bro. Just got back. Oh, someone answered it. Got back from the Pacific Northwest trip. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, someone answered it. Thank you, John Lee, for answering that. AMC GME. No matter, we will not be able to breathe together when we see our portfolios on the moon. Yes, I think anybody can just breathe on the moon anyways. We have 242 people here, guys. Hit the like button if you can. So Safe Moon. I now have over 3 billion. I like the tokenomics, but is it real? So Safe Moon's going to be tricky because for the people that have so many coins, it's going to be so tough for you to actually sell at whatever price point you're at, because one, if you sell 3 billion coins, by the time all of that gets filled, a lot of that is going to end up at lower and lower prices. This is why I wanted to stick at 25 million coins, which is a lot, but depending how low they actually bring this down to, we could see something pretty big. So if they bring it down to levels of, the billions, like if they bring it down to 1 trillion, yes, we can get to $1 at $1 trillion market cap, right? I wouldn't expect it to, because that's a high market cap for something that's not unknown, but not Bitcoin, right? So, I'll get into that in a little bit. Sorry, I just read something about Anchor. Um, but yeah, if they bring this down to a level in the billions, like say if they settle Safe Moon at like 500 billion, or I don't know, 30 billion, 1 billion, whatever, we actually see a lot of burn come off of Safe Moon, then we can actually see this get to a reasonable price. And then I'll be holding around 25 million. I'm not letting go of it anytime soon. I don't think I'll ever really let go of it until it hits millions of dollars, if that's the case. And that's pretty much it. But that's something that I spent $200 on, and I'm looking for that to grow at an exponential rate, right? I want that to get to the millions of dollars. Like that's all I want from that. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I think I had another super chat that I missed. I'm sorry if I did. Are you still holding GME? Ready for liftoff? Yes, I'm still holding GME. I'm still holding 20 shares. I kind of wish I was holding the 100 that I had previously, that I had as a day trade a while back in February. But, I made that mistake. And then again, I didn't make a mistake because it set up a lot of other great trades. And also I put more money into AMC, and I was happy about that. So I'm cool with it. But yes, I'm still holding 20 shares. The name of the coin is Cosmos. Okay. I think I did see that. But I'll bring it up, and then I want to answer some more because I feel like I'm way behind. I always give my crazy answer to everything, because it's just a long-winded answer for all of the things that I all the questions I answer. All right. Let's see where GME and AMC are for a second, because I think I'm missing some things. Okay, AMC still at 3% down. GME is at 1.6% down. Current GME price is 154.53, and current AMC price is it would be great if it was $35.45. If it started with a 1 and had 3 digits, we would be kind of happy. Just millions? Yes, just millions. Stuck at 31 cents in my Coinbase account. What? Stuck with 31 cents in my Coinbase account in coins. Can't sell for so little. Yeah, I know. I can't do anything with the little bit that I have for ACH. Thoughts on Safe Moon. I did give my thoughts on Safe Moon. Thanks Fire King. Just looked up ATOM. Got 4-ish. I'll have to look into it a little bit deeper. On Coinbase regular, they're offering 5% APY on Cosmos. That's awesome. That's epic in itself. I'm gonna grab some more for sure. Just want all my investments to be worth millions as well. That's a little bit tough to do. To get one investment worth millions is insanely tough. I mean, depends who you're talking to. If you're talking to the Dogecoin millionaire, then it's not that difficult. If you're talking to DFV, it's not that difficult. But other people, yeah. The long-winded answers are why we're here, bro. I guess. I want to say Fidelity was the only broker that I never prevented people from buying. Yeah, Fidelity was the only broker that never prevented people from buying. You're right. I wouldn't say that they never did it, because I did have trouble buying some at one point, but it was fixed. And it might have just been a system error at that time. But there was high volume going into AMC at that time, and I couldn't buy it. They wouldn't let me. But it was fixed within maybe like an hour or so. So it wasn't something that was the only issue that I ever seen or saw with Fidelity. Do you know if eToro did anything stinky? I don't think so. Man, I think you got that backwards. AMC is down 1.6%. No, AMC is down 2 point. I'm clicking on this. AMC is down 2.6%. And you're talking about the overall. So I have a gnat here that's going to bother me, isn't it? You're talking about the overall here. So AMC was down when it closed 1.6%. It's weird how we just said that and it was like backwards. That's weird. But the pre-market down here, this number, you're seeing 2.5% at the moment. And then for GameStop, where it closed at was around 4%. And then the pre-market right now is 1.3%. So, okay, I'll get into Anchor in just a little bit. Someone told me to look into ATOM. Total circulating supply is 220. I do want to look at this over here because I want to see what the max supply actually is to see if it's going to be diluted. Cosmos. Spell that right? Yes. Why did the ticker symbol not come up last time? It looks like the total supply, it doesn't have a max supply. The total supply is around 277 million, which is not crazy high. It's currently at $18.12. Has risen to a high point of $25. And what you guys are more worried about is more or less the, I guess, staking aspect of it. Is that proof of work? Because you get a certain APY on Coinbase. Thank you, Rick, for becoming a member. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, so we're looking at about 219 in circulating supply, 277 million in total supply. And the volume looks pretty nice. Cosmos on Coinbase has been trading pretty high. Is that something that's more newish to Coinbase? Typical hold time is around 38 days, so people are holding this quite a bit. The yield, it earns 5% APY on this position on Coinbase. That's awesome. Where it currently stands, what's the price point? Because I want to see where the APY is, but I also want to see I also want to see what the growth actually can be. Because right now, over the last year, it's up 220%, up to $18 or so. Would love to be able to get in at this point. Wish I knew about it sooner. Because I'll buy some. We're gonna buy about 10. Is it only earn that on Coinbase, or does it earn it on Coinbase Pro? It's just Coinbase, right? So if I have it on, duplicate this. Just Coinbase, or is it Coinbase Pro? Does it? Because I want to. Cosmos circulating supplies around 217. Yes, it's better to buy it in the pre-market or after the market opens. In your opinion, is it better to buy in the pre-market or after the market opens? So a lot of times it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a day trade, obviously it's better to buy in when the market opens. But a lot of times you'll get a better price at certain times. So it depends what the stock actually does on certain times. A lot of times if you see a dip in the pre-market and you're looking for a small amount, you can buy then. And if you're looking for a swing trade, you can see that play out. However, a lot of times you're going to see that dip a lot lower in the market open. and you'll be able to get a better price at that point, and it's less, or it's more liquid in the market open. What is Exodus? I haven't dealt with like sort of, I guess let's call it dividend paying cryptocurrencies. You know, that's what I'm gonna call it. Buy it on Pro, then transfer it to Coinbase. That's actually smart. I don't think Pro offers staking. Oh yeah. Making my rounds this morning, checking out sentiments in the market while heading to work. APY changes depending on the platform from what I've seen. Is Sol any good? So from what I've seen, Sol is pretty good. It's just the only thing that I worry about is I don't know where the price is now. So let me go ahead and check where the price is, where Sol actually is. It was on my watch list for a little bit. Yeah, Sol has come back from where it was, and I don't know if it will stay at that point. The high point it was at was around 80, and I was talking about the fact that a lot of people, what you will see is it will resist from the like, I don't know what to call it, like multiples of 10, I guess. Not really multiples of 10, but multiples of 10 at the same time. So if it's going to, let's say if it's going to $1, that's not a multiple of 10, but if it goes to $1, if people are looking for it to go to $1, a lot of times it's going to resist at 80 cents. If it goes to $10, a lot of times it will resist at maybe $8. If it's going to $100, a lot of times it will resist at $80. $1,000, it will resist at 800, maybe 900. So that's exactly what I'm seeing with Sol, and I saw that with ETC as well. I also saw it with Dogecoin, and we saw it with AMC. So there's a lot of positions that will pull back from that $80 mark, or 77 or 76, something around there. That's really what you see that pullback from. People will resist because they know that once it gets to $1, people are going to sell, so they're going to sell a little bit sooner. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm seeing with Solana. But this could definitely make a solid move up. It's not all the time that it holds that trend to where it does pull back at 80 and hold 80. It does pull back at 80 and fall back to like 50 or 60 or whatever. Sometimes it will continue on that trajectory. So don't just fall in love with trends. Matthew's top 10 dividend stocks. I can give you one. SPHD is my favorite. It's in monthly paying dividend position, and it moves. It is an ETF, so it moves very slowly. It's not gonna lose value unless you bought in at a peak point. But then you just treat it like a mutual fund and continue to average down into it because it's a long-term position. To me, I just see if there's other coins to look at, just educating as we all do. Yeah, I'll probably keep long-term coins in Coinbase and quick trades in Pro. You can transfer between them both for free. Yes, you can. The only thing is that sometimes you leave some behind. Luna. What's up with Luna? Let's look at Luna. Sorry. I also need to look at Anchor. I haven't forgot about it. Let me get my opinion on Anchor first. So Anchor, I have about 10,000 coins, right? I have 10,000 coins in Coinbase Pro. I'm sitting with believing in the full possibility that this can get to higher and higher levels, right? A $7 billion market cap would be nothing, right? Compared to where some of the other popular ones are. Now, this is 47th most popular or most held on Coinbase with a typical hold time of 52 days. So a lot of people are holding this position for a long time, including me. I've been holding it for a while now. Bought in at like 7 or 6 cents. I think originally like 4 cents. And then continued to buy more and more until I had a total of, 10,000 coins, currently valued at around $900+, right? 10,000 multiplied by this, you're going to see that's $900+, 939. That would make sense. But yeah, I believe in this position and where it can go with the amount of popularity that it does have. I believe that it can go a lot higher, not just to $1, but to somewhere around the $2 to $3 range. And we could see something pretty big there where I'll gain probably around $30,000 or in total from it. I'll probably gain 29, but invest somewhere around 1,000, I guess. So total gain will be around $29,000 in the end. And that may not even be the end. That is just where I'm planning on accepting it, I guess. Let's look at Luna. That's what somebody wanted to. I know this is not just a crypto stream. We're also looking at let's keep an eye on AMC and GME. GME is now down to 1%. AMC is down 3% again. It was up to 2% and now it's down 3%. That has made a large move downhill from what we are seeing and had a dip in the pre-market open. And we're hoping to see something pretty big, a large jump in the market open and see multiple green days after seeing this red day yesterday, see another green day. So hopefully that's the case. But I believe hedge funds are just waiting until popularity dies. That's what they're waiting for. Let's look at Luna real quick. I know I keep saying it, but I don't actually do it. All right, so Luna currently sitting at $29.43. The total supply, max supply, I guess. Well, it doesn't have a max supply. Total supply would be around 1 billion. Currently, it's sitting around half of a billion, around 400 million supply. The volume is pretty high. You can see that the total amount that it did get to right now, it's at $29.47, and this is a point to where it did make a large move recently. The 18th all the way until today, the 18th of July all the way till today, or at its peak of $30. So it looks pretty good. The price, I think, is a little high for the amount of supply that's actually out there, and the total supply being a billion. That's gonna be a little bit high. Right now the market cap is sitting around $11.9 billion market cap, which it would be a lot higher if they ended up offering more supply, which I believe they will dilute it. I just think it's a little bit high for right now. If I was going to make a move in here, it would have to be down in these levels. I understand it is showing a lot of growth, but it's a missed opportunity for me. It's not something that I'm going to make a move into and risk thousands of dollars coming back with the fact that they can dilute exactly where that was. So that's not what I'm looking into, but it does look interesting. The growth looks really good. You can buy it on KuCoin. You can also buy it on gate.io. You can swap it. You can get it on crypto.com exchange. You can get it on a lot of different places. So that's definitely a good look to that. Guys, we have 249 people in here. If you can hit the like button, please do. It does help out the channel a lot. Thank you to all the people that have sent super chats. I'm as transparent as possible. So we're sitting at around $14 worth of chat revenue. So I appreciate you guys for you know, sending those super chats. What are your thoughts on Ripple coming out with a lawsuit? I personally think it's going to rip, but just wanted your thoughts. I see what you did there. You think that Ripple is going to rip off of a lawsuit? I see what you did there. Play on words. That's what they call it. Is it Ripple Alpha? Is that what I'm looking at? That's probably not it. I don't know. I'm not getting anything. Hey, Matt, what do you think? Doge. What? What do you think, Ref Doge? More dip in it. What do you think, Ref Doge? What do you think? I don't know what that sentence is. Why can I only trade wrapped? Luna on Coinbase? Weird. It doesn't look like it's offered on Coinbase from what I've seen in the markets. It's in a slight uptrend. Didn't quite double down last night, or double bottom last night. It bounced at 29.51. So we'll see that level again. I would watch it closely, but it might dip a little here shortly. Yeah, I'm waiting for that dip for Dogecoin. I think it might end up making a little bit of a dip. Will it pull back to 25? I'm not sure. It's really tough to read those trends on crypto. The only thing I can really go off of is really the potential. You can go off support and resistance, but a lot of times support and resistance don't hold that well when it comes to cryptocurrency, from what I'm understanding. I think it bounced around 29.60 if we see a pullback here in the next hour. I'm not great at charting, but it appears Doge made waving Batman on the one day on Coinbase. Okay, I'll take your word for it. XRP. I'm not the biggest fan of XRP, just because of the fact that really the potential is just for it to double from where it's at, and it's great and all, but it's not enough. Because if I'm looking for it to double, I want that to be like the lower end of the scale. I want the higher end of the scale to be 100 or 10 or 100x or 5x or something like that, so that I know that at least 1x is coming. How? See, sometimes I just go by the token, and I don't know what the name of it is sometimes. I say XRP so much that I knew it seemed familiar. Fingers crossed we'll see a reversal in this pre-market. Why Doge overall? Why buy it? It has endless supply. So the reason why you buy something like Doge is because it does have a little bit of form of usability. Also, the popularity. The popularity is a big piece of things that grow. It's not necessarily a thing that you can look at as a long-term solution to any problem, right? You're still sitting at 120 or 133 billion coins, and it continues to add on 5.2 billion coins, which is its own inflation, and it's going to bring down the price. It's going to dilute the price. We understand that. The point is, in the short term, you can definitely make a cash grab from it because of the fact that it is skyrocketing with popularity. And if people start to use it, you start to look at it as something that's more stable than some of these other coins. And maybe they offer some sort of burn. I know they're offering like these burn wallets that I'm not 100% familiar with. And if those things become popular where you burn off coins, you could burn off billions of coins and get Dogecoin down to a level to where maybe it only has a billion coins available. Then what happens? Then the price ends up absolutely skyrocketing. I'm big into ADA. I think you will see $5 ADA soon, especially with smart contracts coming out. Yeah, I think that's a good level to get to for ADA. Just know that the potential is a little bit lower, just because of the fact that you're looking at it now and we're sitting at around a $60 billion market cap. You hardly see a lot of coins go over $100 billion, which I think ADA is one of those coins that will get over $100 billion, probably top $200 billion. So yes, I do see $5 in the future, but their max supply that they do have, unless they have some sort of burn that goes on, the max supply is around what, 30 billion. So you multiply that by 3, that's already close to 100 billion, and I think it's 36, so it will be over 100 billion. And I think that, like I said, 200 billion, that will be something that ADA does cross. I think ADA is probably going to be the first, I don't know if I would say the first altcoin to pass that $200 billion market cap, but I think that's going to be it. It's a great real world currency. The people love to buy and spend. Yeah, exactly. If it's going to be, if it's going to go, Jesus, I can't talk. If it's going to cost less for someone to use Dogecoin rather than use a credit card, the business will probably prompt people to use Dogecoin. You know what I mean? Because obviously they have merchant fees and all that stuff with credit cards, and you have to go through that. It still may be cheap doing that, but Dogecoin, a transaction may be instant, and it may cost less for the actual company to transfer those coins. Plus, they're gaining value in those coins as the price of Dogecoin does go up, rather than $1, which gets devalued every year. Hey Matt, what do you think about HUT? Today it dropped. Today. It dropped yesterday. Yeah, I there was no comma there, so I didn't. I just read on. I don't think HUT will be in. Let's check coin market cap. It might be in. This might be a stock. Please tell me if it's a stock or a. I guess it must be a stock. Yesterday, looks like yesterday it actually increased. You say it dropped yesterday. Pizza Hut. See if it comes up. Why is it not? I don't know what the ticker symbol is because it's not coming up. You're saying it's HUT. I'm not getting anything. Why am I not? I'm not getting anything. Any inputs on Matic? I really don't have any inputs on Matic. I haven't looked into it that much. Did someone say Pizza Hut or did he? Oh, Fire King said Pizza Hut. I thought I seen the green text and I thought it was the same. I didn't even read who it was. It's a crypto mining company. Good play. Someone said Pizza Hut. I swear, you guys are funny. Hut 8 mining. Yesterday it looks like it was up. Today it's actually down. Right now, let's look at what's happening over the year to date. We have seen it up to $13 of a high, which I don't think it's holding anywhere above there. So let's take that out of the equation. Somewhere around $10 of a high here. Did have a large bit of stair stepping on the way up. The only thing is, it doesn't look like it holds a lot of strength. It fell down. You start to see these touch points down here, which is a good sign. All this consolidation down here with it increasing, creating a newer high. That's definitely a great sign. For me, if I was going to invest into this, it looks like it's halfway there, halfway to the level that you actually want it at. And yes, while you would gain, $4 or however much somewhere in this space, it still looks like probably a position that I don't want to make a move into. But if you're currently holding it, I would say it broke past a former line of like resistance there to pull back from this point, former touch point, and now it's looking to get past some of these touch points. So if I was to look into this and say if you were holding it down here, it probably would have been wise for you to take your 100% gain and move along from it. Just because you're never really sure, especially with this little bit of a pullback from $7 all the way down to $5. That's a pretty strong pullback. You might see a support level at this former resistance level. So definitely look at that. But if I was looking to invest now, I wouldn't. Closed low at $55.88 yesterday. It looks like they closed at $6.04. If you're talking about the after hours market, maybe the after hours market closed at $5.88. You might be looking at the after hours close price, not just the close price. Thank you, Trevor, for the 99 cents. I think you might have been trying to become a member because the member price is 99 cents. Ooh. LTR makes software platforms for institutions. That's according to Weeble. I'm already a member. Just $1 for good luck. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You're already a member. I did see that. Been a member for a while. Thank you. Be sure to leave a like. Yes, we have 250 people in here, guys. Hit the like button if you can. If you haven't followed my Twitch yet, definitely follow me on Twitch. Let's see who's over here. Are you live on YouTube? I'm live on YouTube and Twitch. Yes. Somebody's raiding with a party of two. I don't know what that means. Yes, I am live on YouTube. We have 4 people watching on Twitch. Thank you guys for being a part of that platform. If anybody else wants to follow me on Twitch, definitely do so. We have 267 followers over there. Would love to get to about 500, but I don't know how many people are on Twitch. And also, we're not getting a ton of viewers on YouTube. 240 are watching right now. That's not bad. How you feel about AMC calls expiring 8/20? Well, I have calls expiring at 8/20. That was 8/21. What's today? Today Thursday? Oh, 8/20. So yeah, I have calls expiring today, or sorry, tomorrow. on AMC, and nowhere near that price. I lost everything on that. Why does this look different? Why does this look different? I don't like that. I don't like change. See, I got calls expiring. I still have some Dogecoin because they wouldn't let me sell all of it. I still have some Ethereum because they wouldn't let me sell all of it. But let's see. I have calls expiring on the I've seen 21. August 20th, tomorrow at $65, which is not going to happen. And pretty much down the total amount. I also have calls expiring in December for $145. Let's see if that does happen. I don't know if it will, but that's about $1,000. Yeah, about $1,000. So hopefully we see something big there. in the time being, I would love to see about $80 and then make some money off of that. Are you pulling out of Doge? Not completely. So I sold my Doge in Webull to transfer it over to Coinbase, and now I have about I did have that money clear. It took a while for that to clear because Webull took about 5 days to send it over, and now I need to put the money back in Doge. I just need to find the right point. I was hoping that Friday, because I sold it, it was at 28.5, made about $400 from it, $500 from it, and I was waiting for it to come back down below that point, so maybe I can put that money back in there. I wasn't going to put the full $6,000 that I took out of there in there. I was going to put a decent amount in there and ride that up, but I do have other positions that I think can probably grow a little bit more than what Doge can do. Maybe I can gain 3x, 4x from Doge, but I can gain probably 10 to 100x in some other positions. So I was looking to double down on some of those, especially looking at farm. So I wanted to put everything in Coinbase. So I don't want to have any crypto over in Webull because it just bothers the hell out of me that I can't, like, once I sell it, I can't, buy. Like, I can't day trade, crypto unless I'm day trading with a small amount rather than the large amount that I do have. So if I have 21,000 coins, I would like to be able to pull out and then buy right back, but I can't. Is Coinbase the best option for crypto, you think? I think it's the best option, Coinbase Pro. I think there are other options that give you the ability to buy a lot of these positions, though. Like, I think Gate.io is a good one. I think KuCoin is pretty good. It looks like a lot of these lower end coins, the coins that just get started out, go on some of these other platforms rather than just getting listed on Coinbase. And then eventually when it gets listed on Coinbase and you were holding it beforehand, that's something that could, really pop off, really make some moves. And then you were holding it when it was at, 0.00001 cent, and you bought a crazy amount of coins. Now it's getting listed on Coinbase. You had the opportunity to buy it because people that just buy on Coinbase can't buy that, So that's why I like some of those other platforms as well that are actually exchanges, not like wallets that you're swapping. Webull is 349K for AMC. Yeah, I'm sitting at 350K, so I would say total volume is somewhere around 700, 750. Quant looks really good long-term play. What do you think? Yeah, I hold 2 quant, and I'm gonna probably maybe I'm probably gonna buy some more in due time. If it takes off before then I have 2, and I'm ready for that to grow and make me some money. Next week will be YouTuber Appreciation Week. It's your chance to show Matthew Perry how much we really appreciate all what he does for his community. Well, that means a lot. I didn't even know that it was YouTuber Appreciation Week. I didn't know that. Spy looks tasty this morning. That's good. Really good. account for at least 50 people, damn it. I love quant. Once the market cap rises, we will rip. Yeah. You know what? You know what time it is, Matt? Today's prediction. As crypto and blockchain advisor. I'm not any type of advisor. Let's look at AMC. So AMC currently at 3%. Let's see the movement in the pre-market. It did have some pretty hard downhill movement. Did gap down just a little bit and fell down pretty hard after hitting a level of 36. Doesn't really have a lot of resistance points. No type of logic behind a lot of this movement besides shorting that's going on. I think we're going to see a continuation in the day. Gained, how much did we gain the day before? Was it like 4%, 5%, 6%, something like that? It was 4%. So we were down about 1% yesterday, down about another 3% right now. I think we're probably going to end down somewhere around, it might not be good. I think we're going to end down maybe 4 or 5%. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see where we could open up at. We have about 30 minutes left into the pre-market, so we could see really anything. I think we will see a little bit of a comeback and open up, maybe a little higher. Have a push up to about 37, going positive, and then pulling back down. So that's what I'm thinking, is we're going to see just a movement up. I'm hoping for something positive, but that's what I'm looking at. I'm hoping that it's a continuation and we see 37 and it just skyrockets through that and goes to 45. But I'm seeing a resistance, it pull back from 37. Game experiment, I bought 1 share of each midnight index. And if I hate doing these predictions because I want something else to happen, but what I truly believe will happen, I like to talk about it, but I just don't want to, I don't know. It makes me feel negative about the stock when I give those negative predictions, and I don't like to do that. Hedges transfer all their funds to their offshore accounts to go or goes bankrupt. Whose money are we taking? The government's money. Somebody has to bail them out. Somebody has to bail them out. It doesn't matter. The shares will be covered. If they go bankrupt, the shares will be covered. The shorts will be covered. So guys, I'm going to play one more ad here. So if you get an ad, then definitely let me know if you got an ad. Hopefully the ads are working. But we got 5 people watching on Twitch. We have 250 people, 230 people watching on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. But here's the ad. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's been about 2 hours. I know I started a little late, so it's showing that the overall stream went 1 hour and 50 minutes. But make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, follow me on all my social medias, everything. And definitely check out all of my other channels. I mean, I'm creating a lot. And like I said, I would love to create a golf channel as well because I love to golf. So if you guys are interested in that, please let me know. I'm not like the best golfer in the world, but I do love to play the game. Like if you check out my golf TikTok, you'll be able to see that. But here's my channels here. I have the Perry Experience, MV Shorts, Matt Reacts, and my gaming channel, which I have been posting to recently. So definitely check out all of those channels here. Perry Experience, I swear we'll do a podcast one of these days. But we haven't gotten around to it, and we will come back and constantly make content. But you guys are amazing. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this community and all of my members, all of the super chats that I got. But I'm gonna get out of here. I will catch you guys in the next video.